back to Orange Nation. Hour number 2 underway. Our artist of the day, the Smashing Pumpkins. Today is this one.
All right, we kick off hour number 2 by going back to our guest line to bring on our next guest. She is the head coach of the SU women's basketball program. So pleased to be joined by Felisha Legette-Jack. Coach, thanks so much for coming on. How are you today?
Oh, fantastic. How you guys doing?
Fantastic. I always love the energy. I love the positivity, Coach. We're doing great as well, and it's great to talk basketball with you. And, the job has changed in recent years, right, with the transfer portal and so many comings and goings. How is the offseason going, last couple of months? How has the offseason gone so far for Syracuse women's basketball?
When did the offseason begin?
Yeah, right.
It's the off-season in basketball. We had a couple of days with the hubby, went down to Vegas, but that was it. But we also, from there we went straight to Colorado Springs and helped select the U19 teams in the AmeriCup. I was a part of that committee. From there we went to the head coaches meeting in Florida, and then we went right on the road to recruiting in Phoenix and Dallas, and got home yesterday. It was yesterday's Sunday night, about 1 o'clock in the morning, so Monday morning. So we've been pretty busy, pretty excited about, put on the block S and, tramping around the states and letting them see that, I represent the best school in the world.
How different is the job now from when you first started as to, with this transfer portal and keeping players and losing players? And, has it made it more difficult?
You know what? It's as difficult as you try to make it. It is what it is. You got to change with the times, and it is what it is. And you want to be belly aching about what it looks like right now. You're going to miss out on some beautiful things that could be in your space. And so I just adapt, and it's just something I've been really gifted to do. And I don't try to compare us to anybody. Our NIL is different than yours. Your school is different. We got snow, you don't. But we got a gym that don't have leaks, so therefore it's 70 degrees in our gym just like it is yours. So we try to find the things that's positive and try to lock it on that and ride that wave. And, if you stay focused on that, you don't really realize that it's changed so dramatically. You have moments when you can say, oh, crap, here we go. But, I try for the most part to stay positive, and good things seem to happen at the end,
Yeah, we had Jerry McNamara on our show yesterday. We had Alan Griffin on last week. And they both said a similar thing, that there really isn't an off season anymore. It's basically what you were saying, that it's, as soon as the season ends, it used to be, you get a little bit of downtime. Now, that downtime's taken away by trying to recruit back your own players, get in the portal, recruit, replacements for people who left. Do you have any downtime during the summer, Coach? Like, is there anything you can look forward to, or is it, it's pretty much work 365 days a year now, the way things are?
You know what? I've been doing this for 34 years, and I think I had 1 year when it felt like a job. I just love what I do. And, a lot of coaches are really getting, we used to recruit from June 24th to August 2nd every day. We have to be on the road, and that was awful. Now you got a weekend here, a weekend there, and you got, it kind of, breaks it up a little bit. But, quite honestly, when I go to different states and I'm in Phoenix, I'm recruiting, but I get the chance to see, my former player, Roxy McNabb, and see my player, Lexi, and we get a chance to kind of hang out, with her for a few hours and go to Dallas. I see some people we know. And so I don't know, man. I might be a little bit weird, but I don't think that I'm working harder or longer. You just got to be efficient with your time. And I just love what I do, and to a point where it doesn't seem like work.
So when you look back on last year and you look ahead now to next year, what did you, I guess, as you assess, the roster and last year's team and how everything went, what do you take from last year? You learn something every year, right? So what did you take from last year, and what do you apply to next year moving forward?
What I learned was that, kids are kids and coaching is coaching. And they said that we had all mid-major players and it's going to be a crazy year. And I thought, I'm one of those coaches that believe winning is easy. It's the process. And I stay locked into our process. What we stood for, what we will always stand for is character people that stand strong academics. And I think that my coaching staff and we coach up basketball to a high level, and we can coach up anybody. It was a lot of, hard work in the coaching category, but for the most part, we brought in some amazing kids that really wanted to stand for something bigger than themselves, and we got in it hard, and we were fortunate enough to have a 20-win season. But academically, we had 8 kids that make the all-academic team in the ACC because that's what kind of kids we recruit, because the process is the process. And through the process, when you win or you learn. And so I learned that boasts to be truth, and we're going to continue that formula throughout my career here, is to go after kids that really, really got high character and coach them up to make them a better athlete, but make certain that they stand for something where it's going to be the muscle between the ears is going to sustain them for the rest of their lives. And they got to really want to be a good student at this great institution we call home. And we got some great kids coming because that we really kind of lost some kids and kind of got mad, and we realized they're not supposed to be here anyway, and ended up getting some amazing kids down the stretch. So we're blessed, man.
Yeah, one of those players, we received official word today, 6'4" center Isabel Verajao. Many will recognize the last name, her uncle, Anderson Verajao. What can you tell us about this addition? A player for Michigan, right? Spent the last 4 years in Ann Arbor and now coming to play next year at Syracuse.
I tell you one thing that this kid really can do. She can play this game. She can play the game at 3 levels. She can shoot the 3 ball. She can hit that pull-up J. Is a ferocious person on the block at 6'4". She has a great IQ for the game. And you know what? She lost the love. She lost the love of the game, and she really didn't know if she was going to come back to America. And the one thing I think I'm pretty good at is to share the love that I have for this game and how this game has transformed my life, and she really connected with me in that category. Didn't know her uncle prior to me recruiting her. I just knew about what she could do to help our program grow to newfound heights, and I think it's a good marriage, with her. And a great student, great character kid, could be a model. Did some modeling back in the day, but her ability to want to love this game just really resonated in my heart, and I think that my passion for this game really resonates in hers, and I think that we're going to really have some fun coaching a kid that's 6'4". We haven't had that opportunity since we've been here.
Yeah, and you touched on the comings and goings, Coach, and you lose some players maybe you weren't expecting to lose, and you bring in some replacements. One player you do have coming back is De'Asia Fair, your leading scorer and all ACC selection, and one of the best players in the country. How important was it to get a commitment from her in the offseason to come back and kind of set the stage for next season? How important is her presence going into next year?
It was very important even through the end of the season. And my AD, John Wildhag, I tell you what, he understood the assignment, and he shared with me that we're going to do everything in our power to make certain that she stays. And before she come to us, we're going to go to her. And we went to her, and we made some thought process for her that was going to be comfortable. And it was an easy transition for her to say, Coach, don't even worry about it. Let's talk about what we're going to do to build around what we've done last year, because I'm coming back. And she made it very easy because John stepped in and made it easier for the process. And she went down with USA Basketball. We didn't do as well as we wanted to do, but she understood. She understands now the talent out there is pretty fierce. They're tough, but she belongs with that type of talent, and she just needed some help. And I think we established what we were going to do early on when bringing in Dominic Camp, the point guard that played for us at Buffalo, that kind of know how to pass the ball and play with her, with this team. And De'Asia Fair is really a special young lady who really could be, financially a lot more secure, but decided that she believes in this university, believes in this head coach and what we're trying to build here. And she made it very easy to say yes again.
Coach, we look back on the fall, and the SU men's soccer team won a national title, and we see here currently the SU women's lacrosse team going to the Final Four and competing for a national title. And I realize they're different sports, but, the athletes all intermingle, and they're all in the facility together and so on and so forth. Is there a benefit to having championship teams on campus, and can your players, can teams learn from each other, I guess, on campus in terms of the culture and how they went about it? And I feel like success can kind of breed more success. Is there a benefit to having these successful teams on campus?
Without a doubt, our goal is to create a dynasty here. What I do is the reflection of how men's basketball does and football does and soccer and tennis. And we're Coach Wildhack, Mr. Wildhack is building a dynasty here where we all want to win, and we're all going to get what we need to win. We always want more for sure, but, he's given us what we need, and I'm really excited about the future of Syracuse athletics. That thing's cyclical, right? Back in the day, we would win. A bowl game was always something we were going to do. It wasn't if we're going to go. We're going to go. Women's and men's basketball went to the NCAA tournament. Our lacrosse team won championships all the time. So we got used to that. We had wrestling back then where they were winners, and swimming won, and so we want that again, and we were building that again. We're building it back differently, but we're building it back the same when it comes to the success on the court and in the classroom. And I'm excited to be a part of it right now. If you're not a part of Syracuse athletics right now, you better jump on this thing, because the energy is off the scale. It is we're blowing the roof off this thing. Matter of fact, I don't even think we have a roof, because we already blew it off. And it's so fun. I come to work, I'm skipping not because it's my personality for sure, but the energy. I got a call from a 6'4" kid to say she's coming to play for me. I ran into Coach Adrian Autry's office. He was in the middle of a meeting, and I showed her the FaceTime to him. He's like, "Yo, you got it!" I said, "I got it!" And we all started celebrating. That's the energy we got here now. I know it's about to take off. I just know with my heart. Jump on. I'm excited. Join the fun.
I love the energy. I love the excitement, the positivity. Coach, it's always great to talk with you. Enjoy the summer as much as you can, and I'm sure we'll be talking basketball with you real soon.
Let's go. Let's go, Orange. Let's go. Have a good day.
All right, you as well. Felisha Legette-Jack joining us here on the show. We got to take a quick time out. We got about 10 minutes for phone calls if you want to check in at 315-437-7644. And then coming up in about 15 minutes, Steve Berkowitz from USA Today will join us. We're back after this on ESPN Radio.